Welcome to the 5th episode of the Bobby Turtle Podcast. It's our Christmas Eve special. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your host, CK Payne, alongside my co-host,
Kay Madison.
We have a great show in store for you today. Before we get started, I want to thank you for blowing up our social media across the board. It is at Bobby Turtle Pod. Our numbers are coming in and they're looking great. Keep finding us where you get your podcasts, share and subscribe, and leave a review, of course. It's the most wonderful time of the year, right, Cade?
Absolutely, man. I love this time of the year. It brings everybody closer together, and it helps us focus on the Lord and just worshiping Him, His Son Jesus Christ, for His birthday.
Absolutely. Is this your favorite holiday?
This is definitely my favorite holiday. I don't think any holiday compares to it when it comes to just the magnitude that it has for me and my family. It's something that's just kind of holds us together and helps us get through the year.
Right, for sure. My favorite holiday myself is almost certainly Christmas. I just love the time. It's cold. It also signifies the rut's coming in soon for deer season. That's
Absolutely.
definitely my second favorite time of the year other than Christmas. So what are your plans for this year's Christmas?
Man, like I said, I just love Christmas. I just want to start with that. Today I did all my Christmas stuff with my family. I went to my aunt's house. We played White Elephant. Everybody got together. I haven't seen them in a while, so it was good to see
It's a
them.
lot of fun.
And then I went to my grandma's house. We opened presents, and I got back to the house and then came here to record this.
Absolutely. So is there anything you have planned out for tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm just gonna wake up, open presents, eat breakfast. That's about all I have planned. I already opened all my presents and stuff at my dad's for the 24th because my little brothers have to go somewhere on Christmas Day. I'm not sure where.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, again, I love Christmas like Kate said. My plans are going to consist of I'm going to my grandpa's house. I haven't really spent a lot of Christmases with him, so I'm really looking forward to this one. It's going to be great. Can't wait for tomorrow. Christmas is, again, my favorite holiday. Very, very, very big fan of this season. So, has COVID altered any of your Christmas traditions?
None really. The only time that COVID had altered anything was over Thanksgiving. My grandma had got COVID, but now, Christmas has came and she's well and healthy now, and we're supposed to be having a big feast tomorrow because she missed Thanksgiving and she wants all that food.
Oh, yeah.
So, it hasn't, at Christmas it hasn't altered anything. Thankfully, me and my family and most people I know have been healthy. As far as I know.
That's good. So she recovered and everything since Thanksgiving, and did y'all still have Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, we still had Thanksgiving, just more in like a smaller, like 10 to 12 people, nothing huge, just close family.
I got you. I mean, my Christmas traditions this year as a whole have really changed because, unfortunately, my grandma's no longer here with us. She passed away last March, and that really altered the original thing because used to we'd gather with our family, and a lot's changed since then. In a lot of different aspects. If you know me, maybe you know about it. But the real altered in my Christmas traditions is not having my grandma here, so I'm going to celebrate with my grandpa, which is on my dad's side of the family for the first time, and I'm actually looking forward to that. So what's the importance of this holiday after a very crappy 2020?
This holiday signifies that we've made it through with the strength of Jesus Christ. It caps off a very terrible year. And I think that so far I've seen a lot of Christmas spirit and I've seen a lot of things that bring a smile to my face. I mean, it's very important. Christmas is always important. It's an important meaning. It's important when it comes to bringing people together. And that's why it's my favorite holiday. It brings everybody closer together. So this holiday is more important than it's ever been, I think. Because
especially this year, like Kate said, as far as bringing everybody together. And it's been a year where getting together has been very hard. And it's been a very different year. Back to the altered Christmas traditions, Albany has one of the largest Christmas parades in the state, I believe, right?
Yeah. And,
right here in our hometown.
Fire department, which I work for, we had to cancel because of the Christmas parade. On average, I think they said has 25,000 to 35,000 people. And
it is huge.
If you blink, you miss Albany, our town. If you blink, you miss it. It's small.
One red light, there's nothing else to see.
And really. It's a lot of people crammed up in a lot of places. And a lot of people's argument, well, it's outside. Well, it doesn't really matter if you're breathing down everybody's neck.
There's really no way to distance out of it because it's such a short route they take.
Exactly.
What is it, like a half-mile strip maybe
It's
from Reeve Street up to
yeah, I think the whole entire parade route's
43?
like 1.1 miles. It's not far.
Yeah, it's not very far. You go from the high school baseball field up Reeve Street, which runs by our high school and a couple houses down through there. You hop on 190, and then you go up 43 back to school, correct?
That's right.
So, yeah, it's not a very long route, but there's so many people packed into there. And obviously, if you want to see the parade, you're not going to go stand a mile away from it.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, people get there really, really early, so there's a chance you're going to be standing pretty far back anyways and not see anything. As many people will show up to that.
Yeah, a lot of people in the town are really angry about it, but I think we got everything solved out.
Yeah. So did that affect you guys at the fire department a lot or not really?
No, man. It was just, people. People love their Christmas parade. It's a tradition in our town, and I can understand why they're upset, but it would be... No, I just wish they would understand more.
Right.
How we're looking at it to protect the safety of our town, because nobody wants a COVID outbreak.
So we got one more episode to film before we're over 2020. What are your plans looking forward into 2021? Are you excited about the new year? Do you think there's going to be a lot of changes? Maybe COVID starts to fade away a little bit and maybe things open back up? Or
Man, who knows what's going to happen with COVID at this point. I would assume it is. I'm not going to go into my theory on why I think that COVID is just going to disappear, but...
I know where you're going, but
yeah,
we don't have to go there.
Yeah, we don't have to go there. It's not on this segment. I don't really have too many plans, man. I liked how I became as myself this year. I just quit caring. I quit caring what other people think, and I just became a more confident, person who doesn't need others to motivate me. You know what I'm saying? I can be self-motivated now,
Right.
and that's not something I could have done in 2019. And so 2021, I just want to build on what I've already been through this year, and I want to make everything better.
Right, yeah. 2021 is definitely going to be a year of growth for me myself. I know quarantine changed a lot about me. I grew my hair, grew my stash, a little bit of everything since
Speaking
quarantine.
of hair, R.I.P. my hair. It's gone.
Kate had to get rid of the mullet. He had to get the mullet chopped.
Yeah, so I don't have a whole lot of hair left.
I'm here to hold it up for you, though, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. You're not doing it as good because you're a Saints fan, but it's fun.
Oh, wow. Back to the Saints stuff. That's actually for whenever we get to sports. Right now, we're still talking about Christmas in 2021. Okay. Anyways, again, I'm just really looking forward to 2021. Can't wait to build off of a great year that it's going to be. I'm really looking forward to what's going to come then, and I'm really excited. Switching gears now on the Bobby Turtle Podcast. This football season is not over. We still have lots more to cover, like I said in the past episodes. There are plenty of bowl games, NFL games, and many more events left for us to go over. First up, the list of the Heisman finalists was revealed today. The top four consist of Devonta Smith from A-Meet, Kyle Trask of Florida. Devonta also plays for Alabama. Forgot to mention that. Trevor Lawrence of Clemson and Mac Jones, also of Alabama. They made the list. Who do you think takes that trophy home this year?
First off, I just want to say I think all these guys are deserving. They balled out this year in a very weird college football season, and they've made the best of it. The player that most surprised me on this list that you just told me was Kyle Trask. I didn't expect him to have the numbers that he had this year.
He really did solid this year.
I thought he would just be like a game manager, kind of like what Danny Etling was at LSU.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything special in him. Devonta Smith, if he doesn't win the Heisman Trophy's rigged.
I think that could go for DeMontis. I think that could almost go for any of these guys because this is a very talented list for this Heisman Trophy this year.
I mean, Devonta Smith picked up Alabama and said, "Come on, we're going to the national championship." After Jalen Waddle got hurt,
right? He really he stood
stepped
into
his
that
game
place
up.
very, very, very
He stepped
well.
his game up, exactly.
Waddle was very fast, very athletic, route runner, great at catching. I mean, really everything you can want. Devonta Smith really filled that hole really well and made Alabama not miss a lick from it.
Yeah, he's the best player in college football. He's going to win the Biletnikoff, which is the receiver award, and he's also going to win the Heisman Trophy. No problem.
Was it Jamar Chase that won that last year?
Correct.
I thought so. So Louisiana Tech got picked apart by Georgia Southern 38-3 in a one-sided affair, as Cade and I predicted in episode 4. Did you get to catch any of that game?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. It got ugly though, because I would rather see Louisiana Tech win.
Right.
Just because it's in Louisiana. But no, it wasn't anything that surprised me. Georgia Southern was by far the better team going into this.
Yeah, for sure. Georgia Southern looked really, really, really solid in that game, and I was not surprised to see them just take off with it from the start. Memphis versus FAU did not score as many as we expected, but the score ended in a Memphis victory, 25-10.
Yeah, man, I expected that game to be big scoring, just because lack of defense, high-powered offenses that they have in that conference, or in the conference that Memphis and
FAU
is in. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, it was a good game. I watched most of it, and the game was a little bit closer than what the score shows. I think, just because FAU competed.
Right, they really did. It was a pretty close game for a majority of it. Uh, Tulane's final effort to overcome Nevada falls short 38-27. Nevada quarterback Carson Strong stood out in that game and all season. In the game, he went 22 for 28 with 271 yards and 5 touchdowns. On the season, he threw for 2,858 yards and 27 touchdowns on just 4 interceptions. Tulane's 3 turnovers, which were all interceptions, is what really cost them that game.
Tulane, your quarterback is hot garbage.
He's not hot.
No, he's just garbage. He threw, like you said, 3 interceptions. It seemed like a whole lot more because they were always in the worst time possible.
Right.
And it was always when they were going to have good field position when they picked it off.
And then, like that one interception he threw, they had the ball at the 10-yard line on their side of the field. So, and then he threw a tip pick right there to Nevada, and they only had 16 yards to go to score where he went out of bounds at.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to Tulane's offensive line, too, because Tulane, they run the ball. That's what they do. And Nevada had a defense set up to try and stop the run. They said at the beginning of the game, their coach said it. That's what they were expected to do. Tulane tried to come out and pass the ball. It didn't work, obviously. So they said, all right, let's ground and pound the ball. And they made this a good game, and that game was looking ugly at first.
Oh, it really started off disgusting. It was, 19-0 in the beginning?
It might have been more than that. It was a bad game.
It was either 19 or 26.
It looked like it was going to be
rough.
so one-sided.
Right. So UCF, 2-time self-imposed national champions, lost to BYU in the Boca Raton Bowl 9-26. Zach Wilson of BYU continued to impress after tallying 424 yards, passing on 34 attempts, averaging 12 yards per attempt, and 3 touchdowns. He also scored 2 touchdowns on the ground to lead the Cougars to that victory.
That Zach Wilson kid for BYU is very, very talented, like Charleston said. He really took control of that game. He put that team on his back, and he got a quality win out. I mean, I obviously thought that BYU was going to beat UCF, and it wasn't really a surprise, but Zach Wilson put the team on his back and did what he had to do and got a big dub for him.
Right. Zach Wilson's had a very impressive season this year, and I've enjoyed watching the kid play. So we're finally getting towards some bigger bowl games starting Saturday as UL faces off against UT San Antonio in the First Responder Bowl. What do you think is going to happen there?
UL is going to drag the floor on UT San Antonio.
So
I believe in
something.
this. Yeah, we're
Football-wise, we agree on something.
Because UTSA doesn't even belong in a bowl. They're terrible.
I don't believe so. I think it's just a COVID year, so they're trying to give everybody a bowl.
They're horrible.
Give their college a little bit of money.
UL by 50.
Final score.
50-0 UL.
I think UL goes 67-28. Final score. UL brings in backup quarterback just to give him some bowl game reps. That's how bad it's going to be.
Ugh.
So, later that night, Liberty will face off against Coastal Carolina in the Cure Bowl after they were afraid to lose their undefeated season to the Cajuns last Saturday in the Sun Belt Conference Championship and canceled.
First off, before we start this, I hate you. I
Why?
hate you with everything in me.
Why?
That is literally a conspiracy theory of yours.
It's not a conspiracy theory.
UL tried to turn it on Coastal because UL was scared of Coastal.
UL was not scared of Coastal.
Dude, they're scared of the fighting Chanticleers.
We have no reason to be scared of them. I don't even know what that means. What is a Chanticleer?
Nobody knows, but their field's blue and it's cool as shit, so it doesn't matter.
So you like their field?
No, it's still kind of busy.
Okay, I thought you weren't.
Well, it's not like Boise State blue.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Boise State's coach went to Auburn, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
About 4 hours ago, I think I read it.
Oh, wow.
After Auburn couldn't find anybody to take that job.
Steve Sarkisian denied the job. Anybody they went after denied. Did they go after Hugh Freeze?
I don't know. I doubt it. Hugh Freeze still. People are scared to hire him because of the Ole Miss situation.
Hugh Freeze is at Liberty now, correct?
Correct.
So, what do you think the final score of the Liberty-Coastal Carolina game is going to be?
35-28, Coastal's taking the dub.
I think Coastal takes it 34-22.
It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be great. Can't wait to watch that one, that's for sure. Then Tuesday in the Cheez-Its Bowl, number 18 Miami faces off against the 21 seed Oklahoma State. What do you think is going to happen there? Chuba Hubbard is sitting out, I'm pretty sure.
I think Oklahoma State's still going to win this game. Oklahoma State showed a lot of promise. I actually had them picked to win the Big 12 championship at the beginning of the year. They have a lot of talent on that team. They have a good coach in Mike Gundy, the mullet man himself. I think Oklahoma's going to win this game, let's say Oklahoma State, I should say, 42-14.
42-14. I'll take Oklahoma State in that game, 35-7. I don't think Miami puts up many points. I mean, after seeing what happened when Miami played North Carolina, correct, where North Carolina ran the ball for
Yeah, that
like
was
600
that was a
something
basketball
yards.
game essentially.
It wasn't even fun to watch. I think it was 66-26 the final score there.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that was crazy. So, Christmas Day, tomorrow, the Saints face off against the Vikings. What do you have happening there? Don't even say it.
I got the Vikings winning because the Saints choke against the Vikings every single time they play. I think they kind of have a thing for the Vikings. I think they're kind of attracted to them, so they keep playing them to lose. I don't know. They're terrible. Your team's terrible. Drew Brees is washed up.
Drew Brees is not washed up.
I got
Give me a final score for that game.
42-4 for the Saints.
How do you get -4? They'll get cheated and find a way.
Yeah, they'll just get cheated or whatever the hell that is.
So you're saying the Raiders have never gotten cheated? What would you do if the Raiders gotten cheated? Would you be upset?
I mean, I'd be upset, but I wouldn't hold on to it for 10 years.
Okay, well,
like you're still going to be telling your kids.
Okay,
I'm
not letting this
go. Back in 2019 or 18, whenever that was, we got cheated by the refs.
Well, it's true. I wouldn't be lying to my kid.
That sounds just like the story that everybody's uncles got. Yeah, I could have went pro, but I blew my knee out. That's the same excuse. It's the same bullcrap, Charleston.
Saints 49-35.
Terrible
final
prediction.
score in that game.
Dumb prediction.
All right. I figured since all you do is talk about your Raiders, let's go ahead and talk about them. Raiders take on the Dolphins on Saturday.
Hey, first off, shout out to the Dolphins. They said they were going to tank for Tua, and what the hell did they do? Tank for freaking Tua, and they got him. Tua's that guy. He's got that Dolphins team with the new energy, and they just look like they've woke up a little bit. I think the Dolphins probably are the better team going into this game, but I'm still going to take my Raiders 10-3.
Wow, that's a really low-scoring affair there. I think it's gonna be a pretty tight game. I'm gonna side with Caden. I hate myself for it, but I'll take the Raiders 34-31, and a last-second effort by Tua where he throws an interception.
Yeah, because he threw a couple balls last week where they just looked ugly. They looked like ducks.
Right, and then it's kind of like his game against the Chiefs. He almost let a comeback drive there, but just fell short. I think that's what's gonna happen here as well. But he's gonna figure it out one day. So. Another TikTok stat of the day for the Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster has more TikToks, 95, than the most receiving yards in a single game for him this season.
He's not good. Quit saying he's good.
The Steelers are overrated as a whole. Do you think the Steelers are overrated?
They always have been. Well, you know what I think sometimes? I said, imagine having Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown on one team and not winning a Super Bowl.
They did not win a Super Bowl with those two, which is insane. How do you not?
I don't know. Ryan Shazier got hurt. That's it.
Yeah, that is true. All right, guys, let's get political on Christmas Eve. More stimulus drama. House Republicans and Democrats blocked each other's unanimous consent request after President Trump aired grievances Tuesday night to the massive coronavirus stimulus and government funding package. Lawmakers sent to his desk. Democrats' request aimed at sending $2,000 relief checks to Americans, and Republicans requested on revisiting foreign aid and the other element of Trump's twofold objections to the stimulus and spending legislation. Essentially, Democrats want to give billions to foreign countries and give Americans $2,000. And as of us recording, the Republicans have rejected. Now it's being sent to President Trump.
First off, this is what the Democrats always do. You look in every single Democratic-run city in the United States. So what they propose, everything they propose looks good on the top. It sounds good. It's a good ring to the ear. It's catchy. It seems like it'll work. But as soon as you get to reading down into their bill, it gets to where it's almost obnoxious. It's atrocious, and it's not going to do anything but hurt the American people deep down. A lot of their bills need some revitalization time. Excuse me if I said that wrong. It just needs that they need to work on what they're doing as a whole, because even some Democrats aren't falling for it at this point.
Right, and like Cade said, as big as the bill was, they make the top look like the icing on the cake and look great. But then in reality, what's inside?
It's a poo cake. It's a cake full of poo. That's terrible.
They slip some things inside underneath that icing that make you look terrible. They make the bill look terrible, but people don't go in and read that. They just the senators and the House and the Democrats within those really just take it and they read that top and they're like, hey, this is great. And then they see where it's going to foreign countries and they like it even more. But in reality, the American people deserve more.
Yeah, and it's just hurting Americans, even though you're getting that 2,000 stimulus or whatever the hell
Right.
it is. It's there to trick the American people like they always
Originally,
try to do.
originally it was 600, and I read something, and I believe it said if you leave a quarter for a tip, it's worse than leaving no tip at all. So it's better to leave no tip than just leave a quarter. And they said keep that in mind when you cash that $600 stimulus check,
True
because
story.
that's nothing to save a family. $600 nothing.
Yeah.
2,000 is really it's low. I mean, you can do it with 2,000. I mean, we need at least 2,000
I agree.
because the 600 is just not cutting it. It's like leaving a quarter on the table as a tip. It's really not worth anything.
Nope.
Realistically, because what family can legitimately survive? A family of 4, a family of 5. How are they going to survive off of just $600?
They can, and it's not really doing anything except giving Americans what they think is free money.
And legitimately is what they
It's
have
your-
more going out to other countries.
It's your
to give
money
them free
either
money.
way. It's literally your tax dollars.
You know, the majority of this is actually going to gender studies.
That's so stupid. There's 2 genders.
It's really a shame how much is going to foreign countries instead of the American people again. And I'll continue to repeat that until something really happens to this thing.
We need to worry about us. I understand those other countries need resources and they're our allies.
Keep
But
America first.
keep America first, always.
Keep the American people first. Because the American people, it's a bill signed by the American people. It'd be different if it was the UK giving us money, but it's not. It's America giving more money to others than America's giving to itself.
And I feel like, from what I see, we're never really receiving.
No, we're not. We're always giving in the sense where it's a Democrat ran. Like the Democrats are trying to give so much money to all these other countries.
There's no point. Your $2 million isn't going to fix a whole entire country. I'm sorry.
Right. And it's just really upsetting the way to see that so many other foreign countries are getting more money than the American people. And
Yeah, it's sad to see.
I can't get over that because it's really unfortunate. And I'm thankful President Trump is currently in the way of it to veto these bills, but he don't have very much more time left in that office.
Yeah, and that makes me really nervous.
So it's a matter of time to see what's going to happen after January 20th.
God can only tell.
That is very correct. Thank God we got Christmas in the way of that.
Yeah,
Got a little more time to be happy.
get your mind off everything for a little bit.
Yep, well, we got Christmas and then the New Year and then 20 days after that.
I don't plan on remembering the New Year.
Okay.
I'm going to party it out.
Like the whole year or just the night?
Just a night.
Okay.
I'm not going to go on a 365-day bender.
I mean, it's doable. I'm not going to do it.
Dude, your liver would be dead.
Probably.
Terrible idea.
I agree.
Saints fans for you.
That's just South Louisiana for you, actually. We'll be answering your questions when we return. If you're a hat and hoodie person like me, I'm pretty sure I found your new favorite shop. Get online and check out Dryden Apparel at drydenapparelandmedia.com. Hats, shirts, and hoodies look great, and the quality is amazing. I actually have one of their hats on right now, and I love it. Plus, Dryden is running a holiday sale with many of their items at a pretty great price, just in time for Christmas. And time is also running out, so be sure to go check them out on social media at Dryden_media for instant updates on the latest hats, shirts, and hoodies. Dryden Apparel and Media is a brand dedicated to bringing you extremely wild, fun, and comedic content while spreading the true gospel of Jesus Christ. Time now for some fan mail. Keep sending them in on our social medias, or you can email us at bobbyturtlepod@gmail.com. Again, that's bobbyturtlepod@gmail.com. Ready, Cade?
As always,
So what's the greatest Christmas movie of all time?
The Polar Express, no argument.
No argument. What makes that your favorite movie?
Dude, the hot chocolate bar. That's like my favorite part of any movie ever, when they start dancing and they do the cool crap with the tablecloths.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's so dope to me. I just can't. That or Home Alone, but no, Polar Express by far.
Okay. I'll go. Man, that's kind of a tough question. I'll take Home Alone. Just the series overall, because they're all great in my opinion.
Yeah, because Donald Trump was in it.
Yeah, that is true. So, what back to the Home Alone thing with Donald Trump in it. Why do people hate on Donald Trump so much? I don't recall anybody else pointing Kevin down the hallway.
My exact point. So we're in the spirit of Christmas, as you know, and we were asked, what is the best Christmas song?
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Set it off, Boosie.
Okay, that is a very good Christmas song.
That's my everyday song.
I don't know. I think Tatiana or Wipe Me Down are up there as well.
No, never.
Really?
Nope.
All right, so I'll go set it off, and All I Want for Christmas Is You. So give me your top 3 Christmas songs.
Set It Off by Boosie. Blunt Blowing, Lil Wayne, and Mr. Grinch.
Okay. I'll go All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey, Mr. Grinch, and either Set It Off or Frosty the Snowman.
Those are two
At the
very
three
different, two very different songs.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's Set It Off, and it's Frosty the Snowman.
Now that I think about it, Frosty the Snowman did set that hoe off. He came to life from snow.
He did.
Low key, Olaf off of Frozen kind of stole their idea.
Yeah, he tried to steal that style. He didn't, though. He failed.
He couldn't do it.
He failed. All right. Tell me your top 3 Christmas movies.
Christmas movies?
Yeah.
Home Alone, Polar Express, and I like the Christmas Chronicles. That was a good one.
I'll go Charlie Brown, Christmas. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. Home Alone and the Polar Express. The Polar Express really was great. So, what's your favorite thing about Christmas?
I already said it earlier on the show. It's just everybody getting together and celebrating the birthday of Jesus Christ, and that has a big place in my heart.
Right, yeah, the birth of Jesus Christ is just a big thing. It's really a big holiday. Remember the reason for the season. Keep Christ in Christmas.
Always.
As always. And that's just never forget about the reason. That's the biggest thing for me about Christmas. And then also the food. I mean, we fry turkey and everything else. So it's going to be great. I can't wait for it. Can't wait to eat. Then I'm going to have to go get back in the gym after that.
I love to eat.
So pancakes or waffles?
Waffles. It's a better pancake because it has flavor pockets for the syrup.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I kind of like the waffles that have like shapes in them, like stars and stuff. You ever had those? Like the kids' waffle makers?
My mom didn't love me that much.
I didn't have one, but like I remember going to a friend's house. I was like 6 or 7 years old, and they had like stars, like I guess put into the waffles, and it was really, really, really cool.
Signs of an overachieving parent right there.
Absolutely. Anyways, I'm definitely a waffle guy over pancakes, but
Yeah,
I don't eat waffles that much.
Pancakes are just effed up, man. They're because if you put too much syrup on them, they just get too fluffy, and then it tastes like bread.
Yeah, they are kind of soggy if you do that.
Like a waffle is just soft and warm in the middle, and like slightly crunchy up top. Man, it's so good.
Weren't we playing baseball together when we stayed at that hotel and they had the waffle machine?
All hotels that I've ever stayed at have waffle machines, and I'm so
but
thankful
like
for
we
that.
ate before the game,
Mhm.
like before our first game of the day. We went and ate waffles. That was the best, and we'd sit there and like flip them. That was the most fun memories of my life. So, what does your meal consist of for Christmas?
A lot. Cornbread dressing, chicken and dumplings, fried turkey. We normally roast a hog,
Wow.
and all the fixings. You know, pecan pie, sweet potato pie, key lime pie, pie. I love pie.
Oh, yeah.
It's we have a full out feast for Christmas. It's pretty much Thanksgiving all over again.
Yeah, we do the same thing. We go fried turkey, chicken and dumplings, cornbread dressing. My mom usually makes all that. It used to be my grandma for chicken and dumplings, but my mom got her recipe and really just does it spot on. And then, like Cade said, after the big course meal, you go and you get all your fixings after the ham as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about ham. Ham's good.
I mean, ham hits.
Well, we normally don't do a ham because we have the full roasted hog.
Oh yeah, forgot about y'all doing that.
Yeah.
Who roasts the hog for y'all?
My uncle. He's a pig farmer.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Must be nice to have around on Christmas, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's nice for all holidays. You always roast a hog.
I would look for that in my Christmas day.
Oh, it's basically a Christmas present at this point.
Yeah, no joke.
When I was little, I was scared of it, but now I just want to snuggle it.
I definitely go with for the fixings. I go with pecan pie. That's my favorite.
I like key lime pie. I like anything lemon.
Yeah,
kind
lemon
of flavored.
or key lime is very good as well.
It's all good.
Right. What'd you ask Santa to get you for Christmas?
I asked Santa for not too many things, but he did pull through on the things that I did ask for.
What'd he pull through on? Did you get a Boosie vinyl record?
No, I did. I did get a vinyl record player.
Really?
Yes. With my stepmom did. It's like 40 stacks of old records and then a record player.
The best record I have in my house is the Live from Folsom Prison Johnny Cash record.
Well, I actually have a Jackson 5 record that hits hits pretty different. It was pretty good on Christmas morning, listening to Jackson 5 on the record player. I got some AirPods. I've been wanting AirPods for about a year now. I don't speak broke no more, by the way.
Oh, speaking of records and stuff, my grandma actually had a cassette tape, and Mr. Sanders was in the band.
What do you mean the band?
Like there's a band, like there's a picture of the band on like the casing of it, and it was Mr. Sanders.
You're lying.
I swear, he's actually in a band.
Still is?
I don't know. I asked him about it, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Send me a picture of it sometime or whatever."
Is it a
Or show him
Christian?
a picture
Is it
of
a
it.
Christian gospel band?
It is.
Oh,
It's like a Southern
okay.
Baptist gospel band. But I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So what else did you get other than AirPods, or ask for other than AirPods?
I asked for some stuff for like my job, like the fire department. I asked for a med bag and some medical shears, stuff like that. And my dad also got me a good bit of clothes, and I got a little bit of money, so you can't complain too much with that Christmas.
I got you. Yeah, I got a little bit of money and kind of got my laptop. Got a laptop bag today. I got my mom a new Keurig. I got my dad some JBL earbuds or whatever, noise canceling, waterproof. They're actually really nice. Sound really good. Hope they're happy with what they got. But I think it's gonna be a great Christmas, Cade. What about you?
I'm excited for it. I'm ready for the fat man to come down the chimney and give me my presents.
Absolutely. It's a great way to end off 2020. Hopefully with a great Christmas and hopefully a great New Year's Eve leading into the new year and hopefully a great 2021. Again, guys, we have one more episode in 2020 and that'll be coming at you next Tuesday. And that does it for episode 5, our Christmas Eve special. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a very safe and Merry Christmas. Keep Christ in Christmas as always. And Turtle Gang, out.